Hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive and to today's pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be all about your career, your path, your passion, and your work. Now, these are timeless readings, so whenever you found it, it was meant for you. And please take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything can fit for everybody. Now, I will list the cards I use below, and I will also put timestamps below, so you quick and easy can jump straight to your reading once you have picked your pile. Now you have 3 piles to choose from, pile number 1, 2, and 3. And the crystals you have to choose from today is Landscape Jasper, Tiger's Eye, and Mookite. So pause the video if you need more time. Ask the angels and guides to guide you to pick pile number 1, 2, or 3. And I'll be back in a second and I will start with pile number 1. So we will remove pile number 3 and number 2. So we can jump straight to your reading for you, number 1. Okay, number 1, so if you picked the Landscape Jasper, then this is the reading for you. You can have a closer look at that crystal if you want to. Quite beautiful. So we're going to put it up here. It will be part of your reading. Now we have lots of cards to go through today. So we are going to start with 4 tarot cards and then we're going to continue with some oracle cards. Let's see what you got, number 1. The Moon, Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and the Magician. Wow. Okay. So right off the bat, number 1, I can tell you that I feel like this is a message for you that you are the magician of your own life, that you are the one who can change whatever it is that you want changing in your life. You are the Queen of Pentacles, which means that you are grounded, you are mature, you are a loving woman, you are, or man, not gender specific, but you are someone who is, you're comfortable in your own skin. But of course, there might be situations within your life that you want to have changed. So because you get the Justice card here, so there might be something that you feel is injustice or is in need of more justice or in need of more balance. And then they're telling you that you are the magician of your own life, that you have the power to change everything yourself. Now the Moon card can be something that's hidden, but it can also be the flip side of things. It can be your own inner struggle, or it can be your intuition. It can be the darker side of you. So you kind of have to take this as it resonates with you right now. Now let's get into it. I have 2 more tarot cards for you. One is 5 of Cups. And one is Temperance, which is about balance again. Okay, so I did feel like it had something to do with balance, so that's correct. Now, the 5 of Cups is someone who is, of course, it might be grief, or it might be that you're feeling left out. It might be that you're feeling like someone is not paying attention to you or to your feelings or your input. But what we are encouraged to do with the 5 of Cups, you see, is to not focus on the broken glasses in front of us, but focus on the glasses that are still intact. So it's kind of a message of, yes, of course, feel through whatever it is that's bothering you or whatever it is that's making you feel bad. But remember that there's always a silver lining with everything that we experience. Now, the Temperance card, as I said, has something to do with balance, but it could also have something to do with moderation. So, of course, look into where you are spending energy. Are you giving too much out to others, or are you not giving enough into yourself? Are you not receiving enough energy or enough light into your physical form? Is that what's imbalancing here? Or is it a situation that you feel is imbalanced? Now, the Moon can also, of course, be hidden information coming to the surface. So that might have left you sad or feeling, failing to see the silver lining in what kind of came to the surface. So that might be significant for some of you. Okay, but let's look into the different oracle cards that you have got here. Now let's see. Say thank you. Okay, and then fill the well. Okay, so the well is empty here. So for me, it tells me, especially when it pops up next to the Temperance cards, that you're depleted, or you're giving too much energy out here. So there's something that's in not in balance right now. Okay, so let's look at this one. Well, I have to read that one for you. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Okay. So spiritual alignment is kind of what's drawing me in this card, and that's something you have to ask yourself. Are you in alignment right now? From the cards telling me you're not. It's in balance. And you are the magician. You are the one that is in contact with your intuition. But are you balancing it though? Are you balancing the ego and the higher self? Are you balancing the energy coming into your life? Now, say thank you pops up next to the Five of Cups, which might be that you are failing to see the silver lining. Because whatever is happening to you, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Because on a higher level, on a spiritual level, you have ordered kind of on the menu whatever you are experiencing life, right? So if you can look upon it that way, that yes, it hurts, but there is something in it that you have kind of wanted to learn or wanted to see or wanted to feel or experience, okay? We have more oracle cards, so let's look at them. Slow and steady. Okay, so take your time. Don't rush it, is what they're trying to say here. Things take the time it takes, you know, even if we're impatient, even if we're feeling like, okay, I've been here before, wasn't I done with this already, you know? So they're just saying that, you know, slow and steady, and you will win the race, right? Wide open is the other one. So yeah, are you open though? Are you receiving? Are you receiving enough light into you? Maybe that's a thing that you need to look into as well. Is your chakra system, is it open? Is it balanced? Are they, vibrating and turning the way they should? Is there something there you might want to look at, gain some more balance? But at least what they're saying with this card as well is that you should open up for them. And they also say here, trust, right? I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Yeah, and that's again with the slow and steady. You don't know when or how it will happen, but you just take one step at a time, right? You just put that one foot in front of the other, moving forward. And even though it doesn't seem like you are moving forward, you are. And so they're also asking you to just open up and trust here, okay? Now, two last cards that you got. Helpful people. So there might be somebody that can help you out in the situation that you are in. So somebody that you trust or somebody that you feel comfortable with, of course, is someone you might ask into your life to help you out. But also, of course, your team, your spirit team is always there and wants to help. Now, the last card you got. A year from now. Okay. So there might be that you have asked a question about when things are going to change, or, you know, when that person is going to come into my life, or when is this energy going to turn. So within a year, I would say, of course, time is kind of movable. So I wouldn't say that it's just a year from now and that's it. I would say that it is from now and within the next year. Is kind of what I feel with that. Now, we had a lot of cards already today, but you know me, I always want to have some extra cards. So I would like to draw a couple of extra cards today. First of all, from the Affirmators evening mantras. Those are really fun cards. And they give a little affirmation, something that you can kind of tell yourself on a daily basis that will help you forward in the situation. So let's see what you get here. Affirmators evening mantras. So we're encouraged to tell this mantra every time before we go to bed. So let's see. See what you get, number one. I deserve the highest level of peace I can imagine. Not really in the mood to settle for anything less. Also sleep and sweet dreams while we're at it. Okay, so look at your sleep pattern. Are you getting enough sleep? There might be that the moon, because okay, I'm drawn to the moon as well here, because some people sleep very badly when it's a full moon. Are you one of those people maybe that have trouble sleeping around the full moon, or or new moon, or that are influenced by the cycle of the moon? That might be here. Okay, so I'm not in the mood to settle is something also that I am drawn to. So what I do feel here, though, this is about your work and your career or your path. So I do feel like you are imbalanced when it comes to energy, and it might have something to do with your sleep pattern here. Okay, so that's just something that comes to me, and I would say that the imbalance in your life right now might, of course, have to do with that, but it has to do with your energy level as well. And when it comes to work, if you are someone who works with something that you are really, really into, that you really love your work, we can just get so excited that we just give and we give and we give, and we forget to fill up. And that's kind of what they're saying with the well here. So your whole energy level is imbalanced here. So, and also with the justice card and the balance, it might also be that somebody that you feel like you're not being heard, as I said, not being kind of valued for what you do in a work situation. But the Queen of Pentacles tell me that you like what you do, but there's just something where you feel like things are not in balance, or something is not just. It's in need of some justice here. But the Magician, you have the capacity to change this within yourself, with trust, with filling in, with finding the balance of your energy, and with making sure that you sleep well enough. I want to draw one more card of these. It doesn't matter how old I am or what's going on in my life. Epiphany is always waiting just around the corner, which is why I guess it's good to sleep with a nightlight on. So epiphany, so that might mean that there is something that might come to you all of a sudden, kind of out of the blue, where you go, oh, that's the solution. That's what I need to do. Okay. So be open for that. As they say, wide open, and trust. There might also be information that they, as your spirit team, can give you. It's not just about spiritual journey, our team. I mean, they help us with everything, with our home life, with our health, and also with our work, right? So I would definitely say that open up for that. Now, I would like to draw one last card from the Divine Doors. Now, that's kind of doors opening for us, isn't it? So I don't know if you have a question in your mind or something. Maybe we will get the answers from this. Divine Doors, last card for today for you, number 1, regarding your career, work, passion, or path. Okay, let's see. What do we get, number 1? The Arts of Life. There's no sacred light in the aura of sorry, I cannot see properly. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. Okay. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Okay, so it's about being visible. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, so it's about speaking up, though. It's about showing your true colors. It's about taking up the space, daring to take space in a situation with other people. So be bold in your skin is what they're saying. So for those of you who felt like there was some injustice, or there was something hidden maybe that wasn't being shown to you properly, then speak up. You have to be honest, okay? But make sure before you take that conversation that you are in balance, though, with your energy, with your emotional, feel this through and kind of let it go. See the silver lining, and then you take that conversation so that you know that you're prepared in a good way before asking any questions, okay? I want to pull one last card for you, number 1. Hummingbird Song. Nectar of sweetness, in joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing, as medicine it sings. Pass this card on. Okay. nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. Yeah, so what is your song though? What is your, again, I feel like it has to do with your passion. So what is your song? What brings you joy? The hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. So it says that when you are in alignment with what it is that you love to do, that's when the healing begins. You know, that's when you kind of move forward. That's when you're in the flow, right? So it is about daring to stay in that that joy, that sweetness, that song that is you, your true colors, what you truly want, right? So there is a conversation to be had here, I feel, regarding your work situation, if that is you within the justice. And if you're not working, or if this is about your path, then I feel like it is a conversation within yourself as well, though, because there is some imbalance needed here. So you have to ask yourself some questions. And also with the sleep, there is something about the need for maybe the surroundings in your bedroom, or what you do right before you sleep, maybe turning off television or phones or PC in due time before going to bed. Maybe there are some rituals around bedtime that you need to change up. Maybe there are some crystals that you can put next to your bed that would help you out, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I had for you, number one. I hope this made sense for you, and I hope this gave you something today. If it did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I will try and make videos at least once or twice a week, with some different variations. So if you would like to stick around for that, then make sure to subscribe to support my channel as well. So thank you so much for being with me today, number one. Till the next time I see ya. Bye. Okay, so we will remove all of these cards today. And we will move over to number two. Make sure that I get all the cards. Okay. Okay, number two, so if you pick this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it over here so it'll be part of your reading. Now we're going to look at the tarot cards first, and then we'll get into the oracle cards. You got Knight of Cups, the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. So what I do feel here when it comes to work, career, or path, or passion, is that I do feel like you're a person who likes to do what is in your heart. You're a person that follows your heart when you decide your path, or you decide your career or your work. You kind of lead with the heart as well, for those of you who are leaders. I do see that there is something coming to an end here. There's something that's coming to a full closure. The Wheel of Fortune can be, of course, fortune possibilities coming to you, but it can also be the end of something old, beginning of something new. And it also means something that is actually fated. That's something that you already ordered on the menu before you came here, right? Now, the Ten of Wands can be someone who is taking on a lot of burden. So maybe you're taking on a lot of tasks. Maybe you are taking on a little bit too much, saying yes more than you're saying no. If that's you, then maybe it's time to say no, you know, and take care of yourself a little bit better. There might also be the Lover's card here. Might also mean a partnership. So I would say that there is someone here, either you or the other partner, that's coming in and really from the heart in this partnership here, and that partnership might be fated, might have been decided before you came here. But it might be that the partnership also can be troublesome sometimes, that it can be a heavy burden sometimes. So that's for some of you. You know, you can read these cards in different situations, so you have to kind of adjust it to where you are. Okay, we have some more tarot cards I'm going to show you guys. So we have Death, which is transformation, not death as in death. And then we have the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor energy can be someone who is a little bit how how can I say, set in his or her ways. It can be someone who is wanting things to go a certain way and wanting things to look a certain way. It can also be bureaucracy. It can be judgment, you know, in that sense that you are in need of a judge or in need of somebody who can set their foot down, kind of, you know. So take this as it resonates. And the transformation card. So there has been, maybe you have already gone through the transformation and you have chosen a new path, that you were on another path before, but you chose something else because it was closer to your heart, right? Because you're a person that comes from the heart. Or there might also be, if you haven't done that already, that this reading is an invitation for you to actually move away from that old path that you were on, because there is something within your heart where your heart tells you that you want to take another path. So that might be significant for some of you. Now, let's look at some of the oracle cards here. You got drop it. Yeah. So again, that might be an invitation, as I said, for you to actually leave something old behind. Maybe there was an old kind of work that you were doing that was too analytical. Maybe you want to do more creative stuff. Maybe you want to quit your job and start writing, or, you know, singing, or doing something creative. So what they're saying is that drop the old. You need to let go of the old in order for the new to come in, okay? The other card you got was give more. However, here, I do feel like for you, it's actually the opposite. Since it's underneath the 10 of Wands here, I have a feeling that you might be giving too much, though. Or maybe somebody's asking you to give more, but you don't have any more to give in a work situation. And that's kind of why you are feeling that's a heavy burden. Okay, so that might be significant for some of you. Now we have another card, which is spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. Okay, so as I said, you need to follow your heart here. You need to get into the heart space, to the spiritual, to the soul, to be able to follow your passion, to be able to, you know, come into the space of joy. So ask yourself, is the job you have right now, is it really your passion? Is it really what you want to do for the rest of your life? Or is it time to change it up? Or maybe you have changed it up already. So let's look at some more cards. You have coming to life. See, that's kind of what I feel here is needed, or that you have just embarked on, because it's kind of on the left, which is kind of past or now, and then we're moving to the right into the future. But coming to life. So I do feel like there is, yeah, the death card is, again, something kind of needs to die. Something needs to be let go of. Something needs to, yeah, you need to drop it from what they're doing here, you know, to actually fly, is that they're dropping their sandbags to get the balloon to go up. So something needs to come to life here. And then I feel like it is your heart. It is your passion. It is your creativity, your joy. You also got Dragon's Lair. Okay. Now I'm drawn to this red. Do you see that red within the little cave here? It's kind of a little devilish or a little dragon that's kind of underneath all the surface of this ice here, and all of a sudden, boom, it comes up. So that could be your passion, but it can also be kind of a heads up, you know. What is it that's lying beneath? Is there some emotion, some anger, something lying beneath that all of a sudden could just erupt? That can happen if you don't put out the burden, if you don't say no more, you know. It can be that you're just all of a sudden says, you know, this is it. I've had it, you know. And you don't want to come to that point, okay? You want to let down the burden before that happens, you know. If somebody's asking you to give more and you don't have more to give, right? You also got in the near future. And big happy changes. Wow. Okay. That's good. That's good news. So, yeah. So in the near future. So I do feel like either you have done this already, this shift, or I feel like that's going to happen in the near future. I want to swap those cards, by the way. Yeah. And they are saying that with that change, it's going to bring you joy. This is something that's going to really align with your heart, because I feel like you are such an emotional person. You're such a loving person with the Knight of Cups and the Lover's card here. And it was fated, so it was meant to be. So you must just trust, align, you know, spiritual alignment. You have to align with it. Puts my manifestation into motion. So as soon as you align with your heart, that's when things are going to happen for you, number 2. Okay. So I have 2 different decks more that I want to pull some cards from today. One is the Affirmators Evening Mantras. So let's see what you get from that one. Number 2. Let's pull one card for you. I focus on the happy, not the crappy. Again. And it says underneath, too sappy. Oh, these are fun cards. So again, it's about getting into your joy. It's about getting into your soul, to your heart. What makes you happy, right? They are really, really trying to get that message across here. Okay, one more of these cards. It doesn't matter how old I am or what's going on in my life. Epiphany is always waiting just around the corner, which is why I guess it's good to sleep with the night light on. Okay, so Epiphany, as I said, there is something, you know, as soon as you align with that and start actually living from the heart, then it might be some sort of epiphany coming to you, some sort of path that will open up for you, that will be shown to you at that moment. But they won't show it to you unless you're ready for it, right? So that's the thing, though. I mean, even you might have been asking for a sign, or you might have been asking for some help moving forward in business or in career or life path, and you feel like, oh, why aren't they answering? Why isn't things happening? It's because you're not aligned. You're not aligned with your heart here. Okay? You're not aligned with the joy. You're not aligned with your passion. And until that happens, you're not going to get the answers that you want. Right? So I want to also pull a couple of cards from the Divine Doors. There might be divine doors opening for you. It might be an answer to your question. So think about that while I shuffle these cards. If there's some sort of answer that you want here. Okay, let's see what you get, number 2. Silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Again, I do feel like this is just the same message almost over and over again. I challenge you to unpack your mind. So let the ego go. Don't think about what other people want you to do or what you have been taught that you're supposed to do. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. So again, getting in line with the soul perspective, getting in line with what is your true passion here, right? Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. So they're asking you to trust as well here, okay? So, I mean, it's the same message over and over again here. One more card, number 2? Yeah. 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Yeah. So that might be also a message that as soon as you kind of get into this alignment like they're asking you to, there might be also people who want to invest in you, people who will come to you, who wants to be part of you, because then you're going to vibrate on a totally different energy, right? You're going to give out a joy energy, and that will attract people to you. They want to be near you. They want to have part of that light, right? So I'm telling you, there are some changes needed here. You need to say no to the people the situation that you're in right now. If they're asking you to give more, you need to say no. Let go of the old. Let go of the old. No matter what it is, let go. It's time to move forward. Align with your soul. Align with the heart. You are a very sensitive person, and you're going to need to follow your heart in order to be happy. Then big happy changes are coming, you know. And there might be some emperor here, some leader or somebody who might want to hold you back. Just be aware of that. That might be the dragon's lair. There might be somebody who is very unhappy if you're gonna if you're gonna start another job or do something else with your life, you know. But you need to follow your own path. You need to follow your own passion here. That's kind of the message of this reading today. Okay. Well, number 2, I hope you liked this reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Now, I wish you the very best moving forward, number 2. And until the next time I see you, bye. Okay, removing all of these cards. And then we'll go over to number 3 here. Okay. Okay, number 3. So if you chose this Mukite or Mukite crystal, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it up here so it'll be part of your reading. And we're going to look at the tarot cards first today. You got Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and 4 of Swords. Okay. Now the Ace of Rods is passion. It is someone who is really in the flow, who are passionate about what they do, who have ideas, who are moving forward. Things are growing. 2 of Wands is investment, also choice. You know, it's kind of an invitation to invest in something, to invest in a project, or to see the future going forward. It's a man holding kind of the earth. The world is your oyster kind of card. And you also got the victory card here. So it seems like you are on the right path. You are passionate. You made plans. You are moving ahead. And then all of a sudden, it's time for a break. It's time to rest. It's time to contemplate. It's time to make sure that your energy is balanced. Okay, so that's kind of what I get from the first card. I have 2 more tarot cards. 5 of Swords and 9 of Wands. Yeah. So, you know, the 9 of Wands can be the wounded healer. It can also be someone who's given out too much, you know. And also 5 of Swords can be either a mental struggle with somebody, you know, a dispute, or somebody is not agreeing on something. But it can also be your own ego trying to force you into doing something that you actually shouldn't do. So you must take this as it resonates with you, people, okay? Because I don't know if if it's been a dispute at your work or in your career, or, you know, whatever situation you are in, or if this actually is your own ego. So that you have to kind of figure out for yourself. But what I can say is that they're inviting you to take a break. They're inviting you to kind of take a pause. Maybe after all that you've done and all that you have achieved, take a break, look into it and see where it is that you're supposed to move on further. Make sure that you don't get depleted. Make sure that you don't get too excited and that you actually burn yourself out here. And this, if this is ego, or if this is a previous situation that you've been in, then I would encourage you to make sure that you felt it through, of course, but let it go. Okay, it's time to just say, okay, I'm done with that. That was the past. I don't need to focus on it. I need to focus on my passion. I need to focus on where I want to move forward. However, you need to contemplate and you need to make sure that you have enough energy before you move forward with it. Okay, so that's kind of what I feel with that. Now we have some more cards for you. Give it to God. Yeah, so they're asking you to trust. They're asking you to say, okay, listen, I am going to need some help with this. But if you ask for help, though, when you do that, then you have to let it go so they can actually come in and help you. Because if you have asked them to come in and help, but you keep on struggling and upstream, then nothing's going to happen. So if you give it to God, if you ask for help, then step aside and let them do their work, okay? Call your spirit home. Yeah, so with that, they're saying check in with them. And that is underneath the card for rest here. And the card for, you know, the wounded healer. So what I'm saying here is also you are in need to check in with them. With your spirit guides, with your team, with your angels, okay? With your soul, with your intuitive self, okay? because we can get very into what we're doing, and then we have a lot of passion, we want to move forward, things are looking good, and so we just keep on moving, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits us, you know. So they're asking you to check in here with them, so that you make sure that they are on board, you are on board with them, and that they are guiding you in the right direction here. Okay, so a new card for you guys. I can decide today to recalibrate my entire energy and commit to love and joy. Yeah, so that's what they're saying here. Recalibration, time to rest, time to go through, okay, what am I going to do? Where am I going to move? And aligning with the love and the joy. Okay, that has kind of been the theme today, I must say, with all these 3 readings today, that it's about the alignment with your passion and with your what you love and what you what brings you joy. Very much so. Okay, so we have some more oracle cards. Metamorphosis, so a change, a transmutation, a transformation has either happened or is about to happen. That might be what's going to happen when you get into this silent mode here, recalibration. So you're kind of adjusting something, changing something in your life to align with the joy, right? Coming apart, yeah. And that's again over here with the rest and contemplation. So I do feel like if you continue barging ahead here, you might actually hit the wall running fast. Okay, so it's kind of a heads up that don't let your ego, now I understand why that's here. Don't let your ego kind of rush you ahead because you have had this period of time where things have been victorious and you've been moving ahead and you feel like things are really going well, and then of course ego will push you, yeah, now you have to do this and that, and come on, now you're in there, you know, you're in the flow, let's go. But no, you need to balance your energy. You need to balance. The head needs some space, the head needs some rest, you need some rest. Okay, you need to align with the joy and the love. Okay, so into the spirit, ask them for help, and into the hermit mode a little bit is what I suspect here. Now you also got the card of romance. Now that's good. Always fun to get the card of romance. So there might be something that's happening in your life that has to do with romance right now, whether you're in a relationship or not. So that's a positive card, I feel. But I do feel also that it is an invitation into the heart space. And I feel like, okay, as soon as when you have aligned, you know, when you have been in touch with your team and you guys have figured things out and you've been in this resting period, maybe healed a little bit, then you will also send out a more balanced energy, which also might bring in the romantic, if you're in a relationship or not, you know, so there might be a connection there as well. Now, the last card is unlikely. So there might have been a question that you had, so that might be your answer, but it's not like a no answer. It's more like adjustment is needed. So unlikely, I would say, is not in the sense that you've been asking, not maybe in the mold that you already had previously, but if you adjust, then it's more likely that it will happen for you. Okay, that's kind of how I read that card. Now, we have some other cards as well, of course, like always. Affirmators, evening mantras. I want to pull a couple of those for you. And then we're going to pull some divine doors at the end here. Okay. We're good on time, so. Okay, that one popped. So we're going to look at that. And I want one more. Oh, there it was. It popped right out for you, number 3. Okay, let's see. So the first one is, stress is not for bottling up or for spilling out. Stress is for taking out to the curb and gently saying, thank you, but I've had enough. And with that, I return to my harmonious center, which is probably nougat. These are fun cards. Yeah, but that they're saying exactly what I was saying. You know, don't get stressed over this. Don't let your ego stress you. Don't let the ego push you. Don't get into the stress mode where you all of a sudden hit the wall running, you know. And then you got, it doesn't matter how old I am or what's going on in my life. Epiphany is always waiting just around the corner, which is why I guess it's good to sleep with a nightlight on. This card has popped up for all 3 readings today. Even though I shuffle. That's so funny. Okay, so that's an epiphany coming to you, that information coming to you. It's right around the corner, but you will not get the answers you seek until you are aligned, until you check in with God, with spirit, with your team, with angels, or whomever you believe in, right? So what they're saying is that you can ask all the questions you want, but if you're not aligned, or if you're not really in a space where you're able to listen, you won't get the answers now, will you? But the epiphany will come as soon as you are aligned, is what they're saying. Okay, so let's check with the divine doors. If you have a question, there might be an answer here for you. So let's see what they have to say with divine doors. Pull 2 cards from this one as well. Oh, there was one that popped out, and then one more. Let's see, I'll pull that one then. Okay. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. So that's kind of what they've been saying, that there is a change needing. There is a need of a change here. You need to set aside the time and the space to listen, to check in with your inner self, with your intuition, with your soul, so that you make sure that you are on the path that's meant for you, okay? 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Yeah. So with that, I feel like as soon as you are in that alignment, things are going to happen here. Okay? There will be no more ego in your way. There will be no more rushing ahead without thinking. There will be no more wounded healer. You will be in line with where you're supposed to be. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. So that's kind of what is needed here. Or else you might face coming apart here. You might face the hitting the wall running here. So you have to take time to go through this change that's kind of needed. But what they're saying is that a toast to friendship in the afternoon, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. So 3 of Cups is also where friends will come in, as I said with the romance as well. So once you are in that passionate kind of vibe, when you are in the joy and in the flow, so you are sending out then an energy that people want to be in. People want to be near you. People want to hang with you because you have that vibe, So that's kind of what they're saying here, okay? So stress is not for bottling up or spilling out. It's for taking out to the curb and saying thank you, but I've had enough. Return to your harmonious center. Okay. So I do feel like the cards here are telling the same story. I hope you can see that as well, number 3. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like that was all I had for you today, number 3. I hope this made sense, and I hope that you liked this reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up, please, to help my channel. I really, really appreciate that. And subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So that was all I had for you, number 3. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I wish you the very best moving forward. And until the next time I see you.